everyone.
Hey.
How long has it been? Three weeks?
Yeah, like a year and a half.
She's back. By the title of the video, you know what this is. So it starts literally in October when they announced that Monsta X was gonna be performing at Jingle Ball, and there were like a bunch of Jingle Balls, but Boston was one of them somehow.
Yeah.
Not sure how they finagled that, but it happened.
We were like, Boston, Massachusetts?
Here's Boston. This one?
This one?
This Boston.
Okay.
And it was confirmed. My dad was on a TV show.
Yeah.
Did an interview at Kiss 108, is friends with the guys at Kiss 108, and we got meet and greet for Monsta X through them. We didn't win a contest.
Be transparent about that.
We are very honest people. My dad is friends with the radio station men. No, I don't believe many people were. I mean,
No.
we entered to win before we found out we were going to meet them.
Yes.
We didn't find out we were going to meet them until only a little bit before the day came.
Yeah, it was also kind of like, not a joke, but almost a joke that they were like, that's the group they want.
Yeah.
That's who they want. And it was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's the group.
Yeah.
But we found out we were going to get to meet them. So then, of course, we were like, we don't have anything to wear. We have nothing. We don't even, what do we even say? What do you do?
Hyperventilated for weeks.
So day came and they told us to be there from 3 to 6. So literally it's like 3:15 and we hadn't left yet. And we're like, meet and greet already happened. We missed it.
Literally, we're like, we're
missed
late.
it.
It's 11 a.m. and we're late.
It's 4:15 and that's when we got there. And when we went in, there was a lady that was in front of it said Kiss 108. That's the station was Kiss 108. It was like Kiss 108 Experience or something like that. So we walked up and we were like, hi, is this where you check in? And she was like, yeah. And we were like, okay. So then we stood there for a few minutes.
Just seems to be one woman by a poster, so we were a little lost.
And I said to her, so who are you excited to see? And she said, oh, we get to watch the show? I thought we'd just be out here all night. And I was like, oh, we have an experience. We're fans.
Oh, we're...
And she was like, oh, I'm here for the promotional modeling.
And we were like,
that's not us. That ain't us.
No.
Moving on.
Not entirely sure what that even means, actually, in regards to Jingle Ball, but good for her.
What are you modeling promotionally? Not sure. But we walked up the stairs. And on the right was a room that was like, this is where
that was like photo op me.
This is where you're supposed to be.
We were like, oh, okay. Yeah.
So then we went in and gave the ID, did the tickets, got the tickets and stuff, and we were like, who are you guys excited to see? Hoping someone would be like, Monsta X seems cool.
Right, like one person is like, I looked him up.
And we were like, they're our favorite people. They're amazing. Everyone. And she was like, well, it's a good thing you get to meet them. We were like, well, yeah, that's why we're here.
The one girl actually said Mr. Monsta X, and we were like,
there are 7 misters, but
Mr. Monsta X, yes.
Aye. We went out to eat, and then when we came back, the show was started basically.
Yeah.
Which is why we couldn't meet a ton of people. There were some that we were messaging, hoping we could meet up with or see for the first time and stuff like that. And it was we felt really bad, but we went somewhere that was 20 minutes away, and then it took 40 minutes to get back, and then it was 7:10 when we got there.
We honestly, in all this time that we've been going to events and things, are still not good at timing things out.
No.
So we're gonna plan something for the whole 3 hours before the show starts, and then we end up showing up 10 minutes.
We're gonna do a project and a game and a this and a that, and we're like, okay, show started, so get to your seat. So when we were watching the concert, our meet and greet was at 8:30 p.m.
Yeah. Middle of the show.
8:30 p.m. during the Chainsmokers set, which this comes into play. Remember that. Write that down. So we're watching. Mm-hmm. We're watching the show.
Okay, where we were was the very last, not the very last because they're ones that go up, but the last section before where they come off on the side, or where all the sound stuff is.
The underground stuff. If
you
look 2 feet to the right, that's the side where anyone would come out and stand and watch someone performing.
Mm-hmm. Which some people did.
They did.
Which they did too.
Yeah. So we're standing there.
Yeah. We enjoyed a few of the artists while we were panicking because we were looking at the clock every 5 minutes.
At 7:20 we were like,
okay.
Hour and 10.
Hour and 10. All right, cool.
We can do it.
Cool. Shawn Mendes is coming on soon.
Sean was third. He rocked it.
So good. Little
Junie
rock star.
from, what's it called? Spy Kids was there because he's
Meghan
marrying Meghan Trainor.
Trainor.
That's Daryl. Wait, Meghan? Okay, Meghan Trainor killed it though.
She really did. What a queen.
Hometown show.
Honestly.
But when she was off to the side, I got her attention.
Meghan!
I was like, Meghan! And I was kidding, but it was cool that she noticed and was like, oh, do I have fans here? And
Yeah,
I was we knew
funny.
the song she was singing and stuff, but we don't listen to the radio. So some of them we were like,
the whole crowd knew all the words to some things, and we were like,
it would come on, we'd be like, what's this one? If I was you, I'd want to be me too.
And I was like, I've seen a movie with that in it.
But
going, Junie!
She's trying to
Junie goes, his name is Daryl.
It's like he's like 26
like,
now.
Daryl!
Someone called him Junie. He'd be like, I was 8. I mean, we came from Monsta X.
Yeah.
That's obvious. But anyone that we were like there for, we have a good time at anything we go to.
Of course.
My sister Olivia's fun. My mom was there. She's fun. So
my sister Olivia's fun.
So we were all just like, okay, classic. You guys know her. We were all just like dancing like to everyone that was there. Bozzy, we missed him.
We did.
We
that was when we were coming
came down as he was like getting off the stage. Who was second?
I think Megan Trainor was
Megan, and then Shawn Mendes. It was like Chainsmokers, G-Eazy, Camila Cabello. And during the Chainsmokers they started at like 8:30. Our meet and greet was at 8:30, so we were like, okay, we'll miss the Chainsmokers and go to the meet and greet. So we went up and we were talking to a bunch of other fans that were there. A bunch of, just so everyone knows, because we saw a lot of stuff on Twitter, 90% of the people, well, 80% of the people that met them, or like the group we were standing in, they love Monsta X. They had Monsta X stuff on. Like, there were a bunch of fans that did get to meet them. We'll touch upon that later.
Yeah.
But we were there talking to everyone, and my sister texted me because she was still at the seats. We had meet and greet. My mom and my sister didn't. And she texted being like, I'm Shekelin. I'm Shekelin.
Run!
Just like texting stuff, being like, come back now. And we were like, what? So I start running, and I'm like, Peggy, run!
I didn't even know why at first. I just followed her.
We were like 5 sections away from where it was, and it was like, we are adults. We would not run for anyone else. Was it embarrassing?
Yeah, of course.
Would we do it again? Probably not.
My favorite thing is I was running after Alana, not really sure why, but I figured it would be
I was
important.
like, go, you dumb bitch!
And then she literally said, I said, why are we running? Because then why are you running?
That was Mincuck as well.
The security guys we went by saw Alana running and were like, please don't run. And then she kept going, and then I was coming behind her, and they were like, hey, can you not? And I was like, yeah, but I have to catch up to her. And then I went and I was like, what? And she said, Johanna and Juno are right there, you fucking idiot. It's like, okay. So we literally sprint down the stairs.
We went down the wrong one, then went out, came down the right one, and Chainsmokers were literally on the stage. They were on the stage right now, and we were like, where? And we came down the stairs, and we're like, literally off to the side. All 7 of them,
as we're coming
right
down
there,
the stairs,
like if we like tossed a ball to them, they would catch it. Like they were right there.
Just right there.
Couldn't miss them.
We were coming down, and we're like, hey,
oh bitch, you went. Literally, I went. Are you saying that? And he was like,
Shona was sitting. They're literally on the steps, about to go on the stage. In like they're dressed and we were waving at them.
Like, oh, are you singing?
A lot of us
yeah.
Tell, are you going collaboration?
Are you singing
stage?
with them?
Shona literally was like,
and then
like,
Keehan went. And we were like, bitch, we already know the answer now, but it's like, thanks for talking to us. And literally, before they went, earlier before any of this happened, we saw them because they were standing out there. It was the very, very beginning of the show. They had nothing to do. And we saw them, and literally, it was like, some of them saw, and we held up, we had Mom Bebe section signs, and Boston Bebe. Olivia made them, and she was holding them up too.
Yeah, shouts to Olivia for making 1,000 of those.
I know, seriously. We were like, let's come up with an idea, and the last thing we said was, let's just do Mom Bebe section, and then we did, and they loved it and saw it and loved it and everything. But we held it up, and literally they were all like they fucking loved that they saw that it was like, this is the section. I mean, it wasn't the only one that fans were in, but it was like, listen.
But then it was like, there's support right in front of your face.
Right here.
We love you.
And that was like way earlier. Because we had seen them and then didn't think they'd come back there, and they did. Yeah. But when we saw them earlier, we were like, you look good! We're like, you're doing amazing! You look good!
We're so proud of you!
Literally, you guys are so great! Everything we said...
He said, we are here literally for you! And they all laughed, and we're like, I was like, that's it! That is it! You! And they were like, thanks.
Minhyuk saw us yelling at Kihyun, because Kihyun was standing there absolutely talking back. We were like, you look good.
Nice. You're killing it.
And Kihyun was like, and Minhyuk was literally leaning on a thing going, and was just watching us talk to him as they're walking away. Shonu was last, and we were like, Shonu, you look fucking good today. You look good. You look good. Just kept saying that, and he was like, please stop, please.
It's like, I've never heard a person speak to me like that before.
But back to the meet and greet. So we're running, doing the stuff.
We see them go on stage with the Chainsmokers, which is
they performed. We have a tiny clip of that. could see how happy they were and how proud they were, because like those are their friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are artists that they like. We're not going to change that. It's like they like them. They've said before they want to collab with them. Watching them go on the stage and like do a goal and a dream they've had for like a while now
and the way Min Hyuk talked about it
crazy.
So
oh my god!
And he was like, "I must not be that good at English." I was trying to say something, and he was like, "Yeah, sure."
Oh god, the clip of them in the hallway with Shawn Mendes, and John said, "You're so handsome." And
they're so.
Shawn was like, "No, you are, motherfuckers."
Shawn's like,
handsome. I thought your hair was fake, and I am like, "Yeah, it is." So fast forward to Chainsmokers. Monsta X leaves the stage,
and we're like, "Great job, great job! See you in 3 minutes."
Yeah. Literally, as they were walking off and like going to go underneath, we were walking up to go meet them.
We were all leaving to do the same thing.
They did not know.
No,
there'd be no way for them.
We were very annoying the whole time they were right there and in their face.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like, so you guys are leaving, and you were gonna see us again right away.
You're taking us with you. 15 minutes passed. They have the entire group of people, and I went up to the top because one of the girls that works at Kiss 108, I know her from the town I used to live in, and I was talking to her, and then I texted my sister because they were at the end asking fans if they wanted to meet them.
They were handing
out meet and greets, literally being like, "Yep, you can go to it." That's how a bunch of people that don't even like them got them. We'll talk about that in a second. I texted Classic being like, "You want to meet them? Come on over." And she likes Monsta X. Yeah. She knows who they are. She can like name all of them. She likes their songs. She was listening to Shootout for like a whole week before we went. Like she didn't even know she was gonna get to go, and then her and my mom got to and stuff, and she was like, "Here we go." So she literally, you see her running down the hallway because they were like, "Don't run," and she was like, "But they told me I had to," and I was like, the lady said she was like, "She has to be here right now," and I was like, "Let's go." So she comes, gets the bracelet, we go down, and when we get in there, you can tell this part about the little girl because she gives me a fucking headache. So we were waiting. Dumb. I don't even care to say this. This dumb little bitch. Sorry.
We were waiting, and since we were trying to get Classic to come over or whatever, we were kind of like standing off to the side, so anyone that was getting in the line was like going in front of us. And so the one random girl comes up, and she was like young as shit. We learned that she was 15, and she was like, I think we asked or started a conversation somehow to be like, or she was like, "So do you like Monsta X?" We were like, "Oh, they're our favorite group in the world." And she was like, "Oh, I've never listened to them before." And we were like,
Why Don't We?
Yeah, and then spent 10 minutes showing us videos and clips of Why Don't We, and I was like, I would never be able to pick any of them out in a lineup, but that's fine. She was talking about that, and we were just trying to, the girls, actually, while you were gone, the girls in front of us could hear, because she was like, "Oh, let me look them up on Apple Music," and I was like, they're amazing, and I was like, if anybody comes across them at all, they're going to become a huge fan. And, which was like, it's annoying to me that you're in this line right now, but if you're going to be, you need to appreciate them for what they are. So she started playing, and she played Rush off Apple Music like this, and the two girls in front of me were like listening, and I was like, this is one of their earlier songs, and was like they kind of looked, and I was like, might as well give her the basic facts. But she was like, "Yeah, I don't know them at all. She was like, someone was handing out the meet and greet, so I just took one and came." Suddenly she was like with us because she walked up alone and we started talking to her. So then every time someone was coming in between, she would literally like move and like come back to us, which it's like, part of me like felt bad that it was like a young girl that was alone, but then she was also like not at all who we'd want to meet Monsta X with, in all honesty. Nope. So we were like, no, they mean everything to us. Like, literally, we're like, we see them every time they come. This is a huge moment. Like, we are going to throw out how much we love them. Everything about our life now. 15-year-old
girl said to Peggy, "Why do I always have my period when I'm at the garden?"
I said, I can't tell you that.
Who the fuck says that?
I can't tell you that because I don't know you.
Sweetie, go away.
And we'd seen other meet and greet pictures from other Jingle Balls, and we'd seen people in groups of 2, 3,
We knew
4,
there were going to be
whatever.
chairs, too.
So we knew there were going to be chairs. We were pissed about that because we did not buy sitting outfits. But, so then we thought at least that it would just be a photo with the two of us, and then when Classic got involved, she was like, "I'll go by myself."
She said, "I don't want to ruin your picture." We were like, "You can be in it."
We were like, "You're not going to ruin it." And she was like, "Yeah, but you guys want to like post it and like have your moment alone with Monsta X." And we were like, she's so sweet.
So we walk up, and it's like in this tiny, tiny little back hallway with like curtains, and the guy's like, "How many?" And we were like, 3. I just said 3 because if we were going to be able to do 2, I would have said 2. But he was like, "We're doing it in groups of 4." So, and she was like, "I'm alone." So then he made us be us 2, my sister and this little girl. And
we were like, okay, so we're now doing a group photo.
So we made her go first. Yeah. We're like, you bye.
Thank God we got to see,
we saw the lineup before we went in.
Yeah, you could like see around the corner, so you see the 4 chairs, and then we saw that Shonu and Juhan were the bookends over here. So we were like,
the left bookends.
So we have to go last.
Sorry, we're last.
And we were like, unfortunately we do need to go last because we need to be in those last 2 chairs. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So we send them in first. I think Livy was like, it's so weird.
She's like, this is so weird. I don't know what to do.
Because she's never done a meet and greet like that, or like, and we're used to high touch and photo op, and so she was like, you like have a moment, but you don't get to say anything, and it's like so fast.
She realized like every time we've gone to stuff and like told her what happens, we're like, unless you are in the group or you're connected to someone more than anyone else, it's like she like realized like, oh, you guys really don't get any time to talk to them.
Yeah, she was like, the times that you have talked to them, like how did that happen? Because she was like, it was very fast.
So we don't know anything that happened with the little girl. Don't care. Classic just sat down and was like, I was nervous. One thing did happen to her that we will say.
Yeah.
As Peggy, you can tell your story first, but when we were walking away, Min-hyuk winked at her.
Yeah, you did.
And for a second, she was like, I blanked and I didn't know which one it was. And then she was like, but it was Min-hyuk. So as they were walking away, Min-hyuk winked at her and was like, and then she walked away and was like, I don't know what that was.
And we're like, literally,
like, that's Min-hyuk. Oh my God, congrats, girly.
Then it's like, you're going to try to process that for so much time now.
And it makes sense where, we'll show you the picture, but it makes sense where Min-hyuk was in the picture, that it was like, that easily would have happened.
Yeah.
I was like, not for us.
And then it was like, I'm pointing at the picture because it's right there. She like, when we saw them during the Chainsmokers set, she said hi to them all first because she was trying to, she literally said, she's so fucking sweet, that she was like, I held up the Monbebe section sign so they would know to look over in case you guys didn't make it. She said
they saw and they loved it.
She's so cute.
And it was like, oh, so sweet. She also filmed us during Monsta X's stuff.
Yeah.
It was like, she was there and loved seeing them, but she was like, it was weird to see you guys, like, watching them. Yeah. We're not just listening to them in the house. Yeah. So, Peggy, you can go first.
So, okay. We always, when telling the meet and greet stories, it's always like, they, like, intertwine at moments, but then... Okay.
This one, it was fast.
It was fast, but, like, a lot happened weirdly. Yeah. Like, it was like, okay, so we step up and, like, we had just interacted with them.
We step up and fucking creep up.
We're like,
we step up
like the Pink Panther.
We stepped up so creepily.
But I feel like
walked up.
Whenever we see them, like we're like, we like had just been yelling at them from the stairs.
Like 3 days ago, we were talking to my 2 sisters and we were like, not trying to figure out what to say because we were like, legitimately everything just is going to come naturally to us. Like we were like, we have no
everybody makes 14 different plans.
But before we were like, we're always going to go, hi. And she was like, don't do that. And literally after she goes, guys, I literally went, hi to them. And we were like, we told you so.
Because they were making fun of what our initial reactions always are because we always end up talking like fucking Dorothy. Mm-hmm. And so then,
it's so good to see you.
Hello, we love you. And they were like, that's lame. And it was like, yeah, but you turn lame immediately. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, having just had exchanges with them and like yelling at them right before that, when we were like,
oh, we just saw you.
Like, we're kind of like laughing because it's like, I think I literally said, hey boys, long time no see.
When we walked in, Min-hyuk literally puts 2 hands on the chair in front of him and went, you idiots. He didn't say you idiots, but he was like, what are you doing here?
Then he's like, you were literally just yelling at us.
His skin is flawless.
It's unreal.
Impeccable.
And so we're like, I tried to, because you have to go and sit in the chairs as photo op is, so it cuts off half the group.
Listen, we'll be honest. We knew what we were aiming for. We knew,
Listen,
if you watch this channel, you know who we're aiming for.
And they were right next to each other, so we're like, hey!
Like, it would have been perfect because it was Shonu first, then Juhan, I was on the end, Peggy was right next.
Yeah, so it was like, boop, and so we were going to sit, and like, tried to like, give a quick hello to the whole group to be like, hey, from a minute ago, and also like, maybe the last 2 years, I don't know, you can tell us. And,
this, actually, I have to come in because it has to do with what happened to you.
Yeah.
So we go to sit, and we both had skirts on, and I said, I literally don't know why I was saying it to Monsta X.
Because they have more authority.
Me and Wonho were like down here, and I'm like, I have a skirt on, I don't want to sit. And then I turned and went, I have a skirt, can I not sit?
Wonho, Shonu, and Juhan were so worried about our skirts. And then when you were saying that, I like was kind of half standing in front of my chair to like.
Peggy was like this.
I was like this, and I was
I'm
like,
not gonna
wait.
sit yet.
There was like, are we not sitting? Are we not going to sit? And I was waiting to see what happened.
Skirts. So I turned to them and said it, and I was like, can I just stand? And I said, I promise I won't touch them. Being like, I'm not gonna make any physical contact. I lied.
Their faces immediately were like,
and as it's happening, Juhan and Shona were both like, oh, skirt. And then they said they pulled the chair away quick. I get in like I'm doing like a cheerleading pose, and it's Shona here, Juhan here, and I could literally feel them, and I was like, oh, big. This is thick. Oh, I feel so much thick behind me. Thick warmth and love. There's so much love right here.
Literally,
and as that's happening, Peggy was like, me too.
So literally they're like, well, she's clearly also wearing a skirt. But so when Alana first asked, someone said no, because I heard that. Yeah. And then before they took her chair, I just like went sideways and kind of squatted because I was like, please don't yell at us.
The position you're in does look like you should be standing.
Yeah, like I was like half standing because I was like, oh, and then Wonho looked at me and was like, and then he looked down because they took Alana's chair away, so then they looked at me and I was like,
the amount of times we like motioned to show like, because we don't know how to say skirt in Korean,
right?
And we don't expect anyone to know. I mean, they can see our outfits, but we're like.
That it was like, this is the thing we're addressing. And so then...
Because we talk really fast.
Yeah.
So for us to be like, I don't want to sit down, I'm wearing a skirt. They'd be like...
And so we're just like...
We don't even understand that sometimes. So we were like, our skirts...
They were looking so concerned, and then like...
And we don't think they're idiots. They understand more English than we do Korean.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So I like went sideways on the chair that was there, and then looked up, and Wonho... I will literally never forget Wonho's face. He was looking, and then like absolute pure sweet panic in his eyes, and he said, blanket, and was looking around to
and they were like
anyone
1, 2,
that would
3,
listen.
and we were like, what the fuck?
And he was like blanket, and I said, it's okay, sweetie. And then I was like, just sit like this, and he like, and the look in his eyes was like, a woman is being disrespected right in front of me. And then he's like,
I'm on baby one.
Oh my god. And like Shona was just standing there and was like, and then so then I was like I'll just stand. I tried to stand for a second and went between Wonho and Shonu, and they both kind of like moved, and it was like, so then we'll both
this
just
whole
be doing,
thing is like a 10-second ordeal.
Yeah, this whole extremely fast.
We were like getting yelled at.
Like the microseconds of what happens feels so long.
Oh yeah.
And so then I went to stand up between Wonho and Shonu, and then their manager was like, no, just one. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll sit down. And then I said I'm sorry, and sat, and then I literally heard Minhyuk Kihyun laugh and go, I'm sorry. And I was trying to be like, fuck you.
What?
Be like, you're sitting there laughing at us.
You two losers, you sit.
Those two are like, they're not even sitting near us, fuck you. It was like,
which in the picture is hilarious. but as we walked up, and I got like confirmation to be able to stand, I said, oh, I'm in the group again. Because last year, in 2017, I moved up into the middle of Wonho and IM, and they were like, no one said anything. So as I'm standing there, I'm like, oh, I'm in the group again. And I was like,
I was probably like, yeah, I remember. That was a hilarious joke.
You're a dumb bitch. So as we're about to take it, literally he was like, 1, 2, 3. So we just did whatever we could. Like, oh, smile. Look like a freaking fat ventriloquist. So right before I turned to Juhan, and his head was like a really random spot. Like if you see in the picture, it was like
his posture was odd.
Like that man's taller than me, that's for sure.
Wait, he was like on this side.
He was over here, and I was already bent down. So then he saw, oh, it's a short girl, so I'm gonna have to bend down too. And he came down to here,
squatting together.
And I went like this, and he looks, and I went. And he took my hand, and we were like this together. And I was like, oh. I was like, I could do whatever I want right now, but I told him I wouldn't.
On top of the world.
So, like, literally, I'm flying high.
But I told them I wouldn't.
I was like, I won't touch them. I mean, holding a hand, people do all the time.
Yeah, everyone's doing hand cards all day.
Fuck everyone. I was not squeezing his hand.
No, it just seemed that way.
My hand was just curled, so you couldn't see my nails.
And
so it looked like I was doing like a. It was like a princess hold.
Literally, it was
I was
like a little
holding
gentle.
like this, and he was holding back because he was like, "What are we doing? Are we interlocking?" And I was like,
"No, just like a quick like."
I'm just like cupping your hand.
We want everyone to know that we're touching.
He does have tiny hands. His hands are very small, and he smelled like a god.
Sweetie.
It was like the whiff of air. Don't know who it came from, but he was smelling good. They all were. So.
It was like a cloud.
Yeah, it smelled like golden marbles. Not marbles, marble, whatever that smells like. It smelled like marbles. It's so embarrassing.
Marbles don't smell like.
Marbles smell like dust mites. So pictures are taken.
Yep.
And as we're getting up, Classic, my sister and the little girl didn't say anything, but Classic got winked at by Minhyuk when she was walking away, so they rushed to go away.
Yeah.
And
so then we were like...
We were in no rush.
We were not.
No rush.
I was like, you guys messed up the beginning of this, so we need to be here for a second.
Yeah. So as we're walking away, literally, we were like, we both noticed it, and we said it after, we were like, what? I am? Because in the moment we don't make stuff up. We're not going to be like, yeah, they were like, your Speak Us on YouTube didn't happen.
But they remember all of their fans.
Not Minhyuk. I am with this
sweater, the
gray ass sweater. He looks so good. I feel like you never really see him like that. And
no,
when you do,
he looks so like real life hot ass dude.
Like, welcome back. That's like, what a return, huh? 15 years, baby. But he literally, I mean, I did another thing before we left. I'll tell you guys in a second. But as we're walking away, he literally did what Minhyuk did and leaned and was literally like not about to say something, but you could tell he was like
he wanted to acknowledge.
He was like saying like
yes.
Like lean down. The other Hyungwon just was. I told Peggy this. I was like, I put my hand out to be like
a high touch after.
No, it was kind of just like me, like being like, you did it, like
yes.
to point at you guys,
all
and
of you.
And Kihyun was like. I'm like, what the fuck?
I fucking love Kihyun.
Like, no,
so
go
much.
away. But
it was like annoying.
But the Chainsmokers performed at a club after, and we know the club owner, so we were inviting Monsta X to come to the club.
Yes.
And their manager was standing right there, so I went up to the manager and I said, "Can I talk to you?" And he was like, a fan is with a suit jacket on, is saying something to me, and I was like, listen, I'm a businesswoman. We both are. Shut up. So I went up and I was like, can I talk to you? And he was like, later, out there. And talks later, but we'll tell you that. But as we're walking away, literally it was like us being like, you're the best ever.
Yeah.
Amazing. No one's better than you guys. And it's like, so we just leave now? We have to leave the hottest people on the whole earth?
It was so hard when, we, like, trying to think of doing the photo op, it was like, okay, you're gonna, like, take a second to, like, say something, because we don't have this opportunity often.
Classic, who was the hottest in real life?
Shonu, probably.
Hot. Yeah.
Very skinny these days.
Yeah.
Which I don't.
We all noticed it. We were like, what's happening?
Yeah. It's like, you don't have to do that. If you want to
Bulk
do that,
up,
sure.
baby.
But it's whatever you want. So when we were going to get up, I went to turn to say something because Wonho, like, was so nervous about us, about the idea of us being mistreated, because even them letting Lana in, they were like very like harsh about it, and he was like, oh my god, they're just girls.
Yeah.
And so he like felt so bad. So I went to turn around to say something, but then looking at his face that close, like froze up kind
It's
of.
too much. They already had makeup on and everything.
Literally, just like grabbed his hands and was like, it's okay, we love you so much. And he just like smiled, and then I stood up. I think it was beyond my physical body control. I turned because Shonu was right there, and I like put my hand on his elbow weirdly and was like, you're the best person in the world, and just went to where he said anything, and he was like, okay.
And as we were walking out, I don't know if any of them heard, but it was
they definitely did.
Literally, I was like looking at the girl that was working there, but it was like,
because all the people looked to see the reaction,
and I was like, they are so fine. As we walked away, and it was like, you could hear like 6 guys laughing.
Yep.
And it was like, it wasn't them, but it was like the workers, and it was like,
so
you guys,
funny.
we know you don't feel the same, but we do.
When we're looking at them right in front of them, as we're leaving, we're like, we love you so much.
You
We're
guys are
so proud
great.
of you.
Oh my god, you guys are doing amazing.
And then through the curtain, they are so fine.
He's like, fuck.
Which Kihyun probably heard and was like, bet.
We know. We went back and watched some of the rest, and we saw Camila and Khalid.
We saw them watching Camila.
Yeah.
Which was so...
Minhyuk was getting... They're probably going to put it out in a video, but he was getting filmed and was talking about it as it was happening. Like, loved it. They came out and were filming them again, which they had done already at other shows, but they, like, loved everyone they were watching. They, like, were like...
They were, like, literally so excited
like,
to be
the amount of times Minhyuk... The amount of times he was like...
They
wow.
To see them do the thing that they always do where they're like... Like when they think something's
amazing.
awesome, it was like
wow. We're like, you're so sweet.
We honestly couldn't stop looking at it.
Yeah, so then it was their time. They closed the show, of course. And they had like 5-ish minutes to stand there before they went on, like getting their stuff touched up and putting the mics on and everything. People left.
Oh,
the amount of people we were like, they're really good. Give them a chance.
We literally looked people in the eye that had their jackets and bags, being like, "Please don't leave.
Don't go."
Especially because they were standing right there, and like we don't know if they could see that people were leaving, but it was like they're literally right there. Can you not do this?
So we blocked it out by holding up the Mambebe section.
Literally physically blocked it.
We were like, no way, no.
Held them all up, and we're like, mm-mm.
And literally before we were like, "You're gonna fucking kill it. Let's go." We weren't swearing at them, but it was like we were like, let's do this. And literally the amount of times they were like,
yes. And it was like anyone who was there for them, like, and noticed that, the people that were dispersing, it was like all the Monbebes kind of just flooded to the, to the area.
People came down from the sides onto the floor.
Mm-hmm. And we were like, here, take a Monbebe section. Take a Monbebe section.
Our whole section moved down to the front. They saw all of the fans come in. They knew where their fans were.
Yes,
they could
100%.
see them. Annoyingly, they told us we couldn't bring lights 6 a.m. We left. We got there and they said, "Just kidding, you can bring them." And we were like, "Well, we're here now."
Thank you.
Best performance of the night by far. We literally said to my mom, we were like, "Okay, be honest, even if it's not Monsta X, what performance did you like the most?" Like, she has never seen them live. She's never seen anyone K-pop live. Mm-hmm. We were like, "Who did you like the best?" And she was like, "Monsta X put on the best performance of the night. That's 100%. And she was like, "So I'm not even lying, it was Monsta X."
And Classic was like, she was like, "People don't dance like that here and sing." She was like, "I couldn't believe that they really sang and danced like that live, at the same time live." And we were like, "That's Monsta X for you."
We did actually go get our picture. And when we went and got our picture, the little girl that was in our picture was so rude. She acted like she owned the garden.
It was weird. We were like, "Okay,
sweetie, I was here in 2011 at 5 a.m. every day.
It was like,
leave me alone."
We were once in high school. Please calm down.
And we were waiting for the picture, and
I said to her, because she was very whatever. So then I was like, while we were sitting there waiting for the same picture, I was like, "So what'd you think?" Like, I don't know, trying to just say some shit. Mm-hmm. And she was like, "Yeah, they were pretty good looking. I can't say I'm into Asian guys, but they were pretty good looking." And we both were like, "Okay." And we were like, "That's not..."
So as we were sitting there, she was like, "I need one. I'm going to take these pictures." And they were like, "Do you know..." She said, "Do you know these people?" Like, the lady working there said to the little girl, she was like, "Do you know them?" Meaning, like, the people that were in your picture, us. She was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, no, we don't know her. We met her 5 minutes ago." Yeah. And I said, "So we need 3 pictures for ourselves, and she can take the one," which she can't even name them. No. And I was like, "No, we don't know her." And then she was standing there, like, on her phone, was being, like, a little brat. Then, after we got the picture, then we went down to our seats, and all of this happened. They came on to perform. There were so many fans there. I love them.
Everyone that was there for them, like... Your mom said she was like, the fans that remained for Monsta X completely were louder and crazier than the people who were there the whole night. Mm-hmm. Like, she was like, the energy completely changed when they came on the stage.
It's like, K-pop fans know how to party. They know how to appreciate talent.
Right.
And Monsta X puts on, like, a literal show.
Yeah.
Like, with just them themselves, they are the pyro. Right. They are the lights and the sounds and everything. And they do that within themselves.
Like, not even just because they are our favorite fucking people in the world, that we would speak highly of them no matter what, but, like, and not there. Everyone else that we saw, like, did a great job and did their thing, and everyone has their own individual thing. But, like, the kind of performance Monsta X puts on is literally just, like, on a different level from other things that we see.
Every other person, I mean, this is how their music works, but every other person literally had, like, a band, backup dancers, a DJ booth, like, stuff like that. And Monsta X had Monsta X.
And it's like, there
you go. And that shows what the fuck is up. And then confetti came at the end, and it was gorgeous and stuff. Just to tell everyone, because we did say it on Twitter, just to say some of the racist stuff that we heard about Monsta X.
It's not shocking that people still function that way.
When we came back over and we had the picture in our hand, we each had a copy of it. This is what it looks like in person. Gorgeous. Not her, though, this bitch. When we had it, we were, like, literally just, like, staring at it. Like, that's them.
Yeah.
There they are right there. I can't believe how red and sweaty my face was. But, moving on, we were standing there and, like, showing my mom, and we had it like this, and a girl, a white bitch.
We literally, as we were leaving, we were like, clearly, we're incredibly white women, but we were like, God, I can't stand white girls sometimes. It's like, all right.
Shut the fuck up.
Whatever.
So she looks over our shoulder, and her friend was like, "What was it?" And she was like, "Just the Asian guys." And I turned and I said, "Yeah, they're Korean. What?" And she was like,
yeah.
"Oh, I was just telling," and I was like, "Yeah, I know what you were fucking saying."
Oh.
Yeah, they're fucking Korean, and what? You're white. Like, what?
They're just like, what does that even
you go
mean
up on the fucking stage. And then when we were down below, like, we moved down to the front, they were singing Shootout. The English lyrics,
literally.
Shoot out, shoot out, shoot out, very easy to understand. Don't be a fucking idiot. Google it before they start performing then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those, they didn't sing the English version, but that part, literally them saying shoot out, that they repeat.
It's easy to catch on to that chorus.
They shoot out, bitch. This group of 6 14-year-olds behind us, I could hear them, and I turned behind, and one of them's going, if you can't realize that this is English, what's up with you? Like, that's, apparently it's the only language you speak, but you couldn't understand it. And I turned and I was like, are you kidding?
Literally.
And I was like, first of all, no. And she was like, and I was like, I know what you're doing. And I was like, they're singing, that's English.
And then I
turned to you. You
started to say something. Because I hadn't heard it.
And before the girl that said the thing to her friend about the Asian thing, you were like, yeah, and they're great. And I said, do not be nice to them.
Because I didn't know that that's what she had said.
Being rude. And I was like, oh, no.
So I thought she asked who they were, and I was like, they're really good.
Oh, no, they're being rude right now.
And then I was like, oh, they're fucking fantastic then. Shut up.
And then for the little girls, literally, it was me, Peggy, and Sabrina, our friend Sabrina, turned and we were like, is what the fuck?
Yeah.
And she goes, I didn't know the words. I was just trying. And I was like, I turned and watched you guys laughing.
When you first turned to me and you were like, they're being fucking racist, I turned and I said, shut up. And the girl behind me goes, make me.
And I was like,
they're literally 14.
She was like, and I'm only 14. And I went, like, keep fucking running your mouth, bitch.
Like this one was like, okay, fuck
and
you.
She goes, fight me. And
literally,
we
they all
listen.
started, you could hear them yapping behind us being like, I'm a 14. And
then
I went, fuck off.
Leave then.
We were like, they're on the stage, go away.
Like, move.
I literally heard them saying like something about like weird whatever because we all started freaking out together.
They started laughing. They stared laughing at us. Having
being
a good
so
time
excited
watching
about
them,
Monsta X.
and then they were like,
we literally went,
they didn't
fuck
even
off.
do this, but they were like, the girl was like, and then her friends were like laughing and filming her.
Like that it's a joke that we were so excited by someone singing in Korean.
Go watch
like
Why Don't
fucking
We? Go
read
see
a book.
Why Don't We?
Like it doesn't fucking matter.
So they left. We had an amazing time. They did Shoot Out, Dramarama, and Be Quiet, which got the place fucking
we went
lit.
wild.
Yeah. And then we left. We watched them coming down the stairs.
They turned the lights on before they even got off the stage.
And they started playing All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah.
But they came down the stairs. I.M took his shirt off, had a tank top on. That's cool. But we all of their fans watched them along the side and got to like say like good job and bye. Moment. And they were like so excited. Minhyuk came over, Juhan came over and literally jumped up and was high-fiving.
They were like wanting to make sure to look at every single person. They were like,
thank you guys for coming. And Minhyuk was like, crying. And then they all waved and walked out, and then we went home, and it was the greatest night of our fucking lives.
And we were like,
yeah,
we miss Monsta X.
We're so grateful.
We miss Monsta X.
We're so grateful to get to meet them.
Every single time there's an interaction with them or anything that happens, it's just like they are so genuinely like the sweetest fucking people in the world.
They themselves just reiterate why we like them.
Yeah.
They're like, this is why you like us. And we're like, you're right. Yeah. It's because you're so sweet and lovely and put on a great performance.
Yeah, like they put on the best performances of the night and with not even... Okay, also, I wanted to note that... when Juhan speaks to the crowds that don't really know them, he is so good at representing Monsta X in that way. And it's
so sweet.
I literally
when he did the drumorama thing,
he gets the crowd fucking going, and it's literally
everyone was saying, "Hey!" The fucking security guards were like, "Hey!"
Yeah, and it was like you got them into it, and it was so funny because I was like, it makes sense that like Juhan and Shona were like us, where it was like where. She'll be like, hey, listen up, everyone. Look over here, because there's some good stuff going on. And I'd be like, if you're not looking over here, it's probably because you have something better to do, so it's okay, and it's fine. And it's like literally reflects
the
who our favorites are.
Like, stand your fucking ground to like her in classic. I'm like, don't, what the fuck?
And that's literally
stand up for yourself.
Like, you want to be like, Shonu, you're our leader. We're a group and we're performing. And you'd be like, oh, it's fine.
So.
But it was so, they're just amazing.
So well, wow.
You were saying that we're like,
I didn't even say the Kihyun thing.
Oh my fucking god! White.
Didn't even add this in. We're supposed to add this in. So when the manager said, "See me later, talk later," I was like, "Okay, well if I see you, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm not afraid of you." So he came over, and Minhyuk had been watching the set. Camila. Mm-hmm. Minhyuk had been watching Camila for like 10 minutes at this point, and Kihyun comes out, and we're like, "Oh, he's right there."
He was literally up against where we were standing.
We knew they came out because they don't get to watch people. So we were like, if we were looking at Minhyuk, that's all we were doing. We weren't trying to get anyone's attention. It was like anyone that was standing there, we were all just like, where is the light glowing on his face?
Yeah, it was also hard to look away.
Yeah, no, seriously. But none of us were like taking away from their time of getting to watch Camila or anything like that.
Yeah.
Kihyun comes and is about 3 feet away from us.
Literally.
Right? Like when you walk up the stairs at like an arena and there's like those metal bars just like right there, his face was just right there, but it was like very clearly there was nothing else blocking. Like you can see him, you could talk to him right there. So right behind him was the manager, like not even a foot behind him. I bent down because that's who I was told to talk later. That's him. And I bent down. It's Kihyun's face and Eshi's face right there. And I was like, Eshi! And Kihyun looks over and I went, not you! I was like, not you! And he went,
I love that so much!
I'm in the group, bitch.
He was like, you love me. What are you talking about?
The manager comes over and I was like, not him, I'm not trying to talk to him. And he was like, okay. So then like a minute passes and I couldn't get his attention, so I just like tiptoed over and I was like, I'm not. Kihyun was still right there and I was like, I could kick him if I wanted to. I wouldn't, but I was like, he's right there. But I tapped Eshi and I was like, I showed him a note on my phone because what we wanted to show was that the guy from the club was literally there, and he was like, yeah, invite them. So we went to go show him a note on my phone because it was too loud to talk to anyone. So I showed him and he was like, oh, I know about that. They ended up not going. Bookmark this. Bookmark it, babies. We're going to end it here though. That's it. We love Monsta X more than anyone. Not more than anyone loves Monsta X, more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Am I doing it?
Yes, you are. We wanted to do this in the photos.
This is the pose we wanted to do. Everyone, Classic's doing it. Everyone, let's get this started. This is the new pose that everyone is doing in pictures with Monsta X. And if you don't do this, we are allowed to legally sue you. Wait, another funny thing. This is the last thing we're saying. As we were standing there getting the pictures, I was like, oh, looks so ugly. You know, a girl goes, she was like, well, we are in a picture with them, so there's no way we were going to look good. We were like, you're right.
Touché,
and
sister.
she's right. Bombebe's out.